Have you ever noticed when you sit down to eat, you either turn on the TV, turn on a video, which you might be watching mine right now, or you just shovel the food in really fast so you can get to the next thing? It's really funny because we really need to chew our food and slow down and enjoy it, but we're so busy overthinking and worrying about progressing to the next step that we can't even enjoy the one moment in our lives where we're actually nourishing the body that carries out all these activities that we're doing. And not even just the nourishing, but the flavors of something that maybe you just spent 10, 15, 30, $60 on. And you can't stop and taste the salt and maybe the chicken flavor or the spices in it. And think about, oh my gosh, these spices were shipped all over the world into this restaurant and put on this meat that I'm eating. And somebody took the time to raise this chicken that had a life and had to give its life so I can eat it and then continue on with mine. We just think chicken meal or sandwich, eat, and then we move on. It's kind of amusing, but it's also kind of sad because it takes so much energy to bring these foods and spices and flavors to our mouth to eat. And what would it mean if we just took some time to say thank you? Thank you to the farmer that raised the chickens, to the farmer that raised the wheat, to the farm workers that picked it all and brought it to the people who got into trucks and drove it across the country or from the mill to the place where it's processed and prepared and put in bags. Thank you to the people who invented the factories that did that. Thank you to the grocery stores and the distributors. All of these hands went to touch our food all the way to the restaurant where somebody cuts it and prepares it and cooks it and arranges it all on a plate. And we get the most tiny flash of a taste, and then it's gone and it becomes part of our body. What would it look like if, even if you're watching this video, if you just slow down, take one bite of food and chew it and wonder what flavors were in it, and just feel some gratitude, spread it around for all of the beautiful love that went in to you being able to be nourished by that. See if it changes how you experience eating. It's such a simple thing, and even I am guilty of sometimes sitting down and distractedly shoveling food into my mouth. I was definitely a kid who grew up watching TV and eating cereal. But now, when I catch myself and I can stop and think about how grateful I am to be able to sit and eat a meal several times a day that I didn't have to spend hours preparing or, hunting for meat or foraging for the food and vegetables. It was just picked up from a grocery store. And how amazing and abundant that is that we live in this society that's even possible. See if it changes how your food digests if you slow down. Maybe you have less bloating and less of a stomach ache. And maybe just more joy that so many people cared enough to show up and do that work so you got to eat and be nourished. And see if that changes how the rest of your day goes. If it makes you smile a little bit more. Because it is caring and it is being supportive of you and your beautiful life. Being able to eat all of these amazing meals wherever they're from. I hope that just this conversation gives you a different perspective on sitting down and having a meal, and maybe we'll have another one together. I hope you trust yourself. I'm April Kensington.